I don't know if they watch my videos. Some people in my own family that say this. Simon, what are you going to do when it turns to fat? And with family, it's a bit different. You have to grit your teeth and be like, I'll sort it out later. But you want to go educate yourself, you moron. Simon Miller, the bald asshole here, and it's a brand new week. Isn't it amazing? We made it through another 7 days, because let's face it, at the moment, you have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. I think we mentioned this on a different video, but I'd say in 2020, if I looked out the window right now and I saw the alien spaceship from Independence Day, I'd just go, yeah. That seems about right, and then I'd watch them shoot everyone with their laser guns, and I would just sit here, probably make a quick video, which would be pointless because the human race would be about to be wiped out. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Hello, welcome to the channel. Look, here's something I want to talk about today. We did a little something similar to this last week, and people seem to enjoy it, and I've got a load of these. So many things like this have happened to me throughout my life. If I can share them, and together we can come together as a community and try and laugh it off, that sounds good to me. But when you start lifting weights, or if you're a bodybuilder, or you do fitness, or you do any kind of athletic competition, you will get these things thrown at you, these so-called insults. When you actually take a step back and think about them, you're like, what are you doing? You absolute moron. So here's 10 of the worst. Number 10, this one is baffling. And I get it in the comments. I've had it in the comments ever since I've been doing YouTube stuff, which is a long ass time. And it's people that go, you've got really crappy calves. Okay, what do you want me to do about that? Or the worst one, the one that really gets me is, you need to work your calves more. Right, one, why the hell do you care about the lower part of my leg, right? Why do you care? Do you have nothing else in your life? You haven't got any real problems that you're like, oh, that person's leg is really... That is like me seeing your leg and going, it's not very hairy, is it? Why should I care about the hair on your legs? But for some reason, this has become a focus of badness, of negativity if you're into bodybuilding. And here's the thing. One, let's say I don't change my calves. Okay, that's my decision. What I decide to do in the gym is completely up to me. And two, maybe, and this is the truthful one for anybody that cares, I do train my calves. I train them really damn hard, but like most body parts, they're going to grow in their own unique way. And of course, it's going to be hard to develop your calves. Think about what your legs have to go through on a daily basis. They allow you to walk around. So, of course, why do you think the T-Rex had tiny arms? You didn't need to use them. Same with your legs. They are being used so much. It's like the opposite to that. Opposite to T-Rex arms. They're being used so much to try and develop them takes a lot more effort. Hence why people, including me, go, I don't want to do leg day. Leg day is really hard. Exactly. It's hard because you have to kick their ass. I work in your chest Mondays and all of that. I just don't get it. I do not get it. What do you want me to do with that information other than think you're a massive jackass? Number 7 is a fantastic one because it's not an insult, even though it's thrown as an insult. And everybody will have got this. You're on steroids. You take PEDs. You do that. You do this. Now, if you don't, which I don't, this is the nicest thing that anybody can say, but it's being yelled at you horribly. It would be like you going to a friend's house that you love. You love this friend, and it's your birthday, and them going, do you want some cake, jackass? You'd be like, what? Of course I want some cake, but I'm going to enjoy the cake, but why have you delivered it in such a mean-spirited way? And I understand it's people saying that if you take steroids, you're taking the easy way out, and I don't have to respect all your hard work, even though steroids do not turn you into Arnold Schwarzenegger. That is not how they work. You still have to bust your ass. You still have to have a diet. You still have to train really hard in the gym. You still have to do everything else that everybody else is doing, trying to get big and jacked. But the difference is that they will help you. You can recover faster. You'll get a bit stronger. But they are not a night and day drug. In fact, most people that go on steroids get 12 weeks down the line and they go, oh, I don't look that good. And then they ruin themselves even more because nobody has a clue how much it can screw up your endocrine system, which it blooming well can. And that's that. They fall into a hole and they're stuck in the hole with all these other people going, meh, meh. But it's not an insult. It's more of an insult if somebody looked at you and went, no, I don't think you're doing any steroids, because that means you look like a small fish. And I don't want to look like a small fish. I want to look like a jacked up gorilla. You see the differences here, and that's nothing against the fish. Swimming in the sea, having a great time. I hope they're celebrating like the party is today. I don't know what that means. But it's said with so much disdain. But what a lovely thing to actually say. I appreciate, because that's what they're doing, I appreciate your physique so much, I think you have cheated to get there. I'll take it. Ow. Number 6 is another strange one, because people will go, I never want to look like you. You're too big. Yes, You're not me. So what do you want me to take from this? This is an argument or a statement that's been going around. So I used to work in video games, if you don't even know. And I also love Batman. And when the Arkham games came out...
Hiding your true self. You become what you've always fought against.
Some people refused to accept them, the Rocksteady games. They refused to accept them because at that time, all superhero games were meant to be crap, right? They were all licensed tie-ins and they were rubbish. Although the Wolverine one was quite good, not the point. So to try and fight back against this, you know, this new regime, I suppose, where everyone was like, oh, wow, you can take these comic book characters and make them work in a video game setting. The criticism against them, against Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, and Arkham City was, well, it wouldn't be any good if Batman wasn't in it. He's there. He's in it. I can see him with his black suit. Like, it drives me absolutely bonkers because it's like, I'd be dead if I couldn't breathe. Yes. But amazingly, thank goodness, you are able to breathe. You can do this all day. I wouldn't be eating ice cream if I wasn't eating ice cream. It becomes riddles, like the Riddler from Batman. We tie it in. And it's the same with this one. Okay, you don't want to be as big as me. Again, not an insult because you've just complimented me because I'm trying to get big. But also, no, I don't. What does this mean? What did you want to take away from this? I don't understand why we're here. Number 5 is the flip side to that, which is even worse. Oh, you go to the gym, but you're really small. You're like... Why is this allowed? Why is this only acceptable for people that go to the gym? You wouldn't go up to someone, Larry. Larry's a lovely dude, right? But you don't really know Larry. And you go up to Larry, and Larry says, oh, I've been doing all this in this running recently. I'm trying to lose weight. And you go, well, you don't look like you've been trying to lose weight. So you've essentially told Larry that he's a fat ass. You wouldn't do that because it's not fair and it's not nice. So why are you allowed to go up to someone who is trying to develop their muscles and basically say, well, you look like a deflated balloon? But it's perfectly allowed. This happens all the time. All the time. I remember back in the day, I used to get it constantly. Do you go to the gym? That's what I should have phrased this one. Do you go to the gym? A terrible thing to say to someone that goes to the gym. You may as well walk up to them and go, and just slap them right in the face. I would rather that. I would rather someone came up to me and spat into my face than say, but do you go to the gym? Because that one hurts me on a psychological level. We talked about this as well. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Nonsense. If a stick is breaking your bones, you have some kind of medical disease and you need to go and see a doctor, but there's nothing worse than names. There really isn't. That's why kids do it. Number 4 isn't much of an insult, and it's just based on miseducation or stupid people. And they go, oh, well, you may look good now, but when you're older, all that muscle's going to turn into fat. I'm like, oh, you know this, do you? You know this. Well, while you're turning that muscle into fat, can you please turn... I haven't got a pencil, but can you please turn this pencil into gold? Or can you turn my crap into a bunch of cash? Because that's God, I shouldn't have said that one, regret. But that's got the same amount of logic as what you're saying. Fat doesn't turn into muscle, and muscle doesn't turn into fat. The reason you get a lot of people in their older years that all of a sudden get really fat or overweight after they've been training is because they don't sort out their nutrition. They don't sort out their diet. So they're eating like they're going to the gym. I don't know why I'm telling you. You already know. But they're eating like they're going to the gym, but they're not. So, of course, calories in, calories out, it's going to be a problem. But I don't know if they watch my videos. Some people in my own family that say this. Simon, what are you going to do when it turns to fat? And with family, it's a bit different. You have to grit your teeth and be like, I'll sort it out later. But you want to go educate yourself, you moron. You don't know. If I said to you 2 + 2 = 8, you would say, what are you talking about? But I'm not allowed to bring them up on this. I'm not even that angry. It's just fun to pretend. Number 3 is not really sort of offensive, but I've just had it too many. And it is, do you rattle when you walk? Because I take a lot of supplements. It's not even that many. I take about 5. I take a multivitamin. I always forget. I take a multivitamin. I take a prebiotic or a probiotic, whichever one it is. I get confused. I take, what else do I take? I take omega fats, omega 3s. And I take a couple of other things I can't even remember now. Just some weird crap like vitamin B6 because, it's good to be healthy. And they see you taking 5 pills. They think, of course I don't rattle. I'm not a child's toy. But also, why did you feel the need to comment on this just because my lifestyle is a little bit differently than yours? Also, if I do start rattling, shouldn't we be more concerned about my overall well-being? Because what the hell's going on? Why, instead of digesting these tablets, is my body deciding to store them in some kind of case and we're rattling around? Honestly, once a year. Oh, and they always say it with a little bit of a what's the word? A bit of attitude in their voice. Do you rattle when you walk? Like, oh, you're really clear. It's like the people in my YouTube comments that go, British Johnny Sins doing fitness. Look, before you can write it as much as you want, but know this: I get that at least 100 times a day, and it's fine. I've accepted it. I've made a couple of troll videos about it, so I feel like I've won. But don't write it like no one has ever said it in the world, and don't say this thing about pills. Number 2 is just like. And there's another one that just blows my brain. They go, oh, you have so much protein. I bet your farts stink. What, your farts don't, do they? Because you eat less protein, you fart, and fairies and dolphins, people like dolphins, come out of the sea. And they're like, oh, it's so delicious. No, everybody's farts stink because they're carbon monoxide, right? Or no, carbon dioxide. I can't remember. I've just proven myself to be a massive idiot. Anyway, whatever the gas is, it flipping stinks. It stinks. And sure, if you have more protein, they're going to stink more by the way the body digests it. But yours aren't, nobody is calling up Amazon. People don't call up Amazon, but no one is calling up some kind of smelling store going, oh, I'd like the fart favor, please. And if you are, you have bigger problems. You have serious issues and you probably need to go and talk to somebody. Also, what am I supposed to say when you say that? Yes? Do you want me to fart in your face? Is that what you want? Is it a statement of intent or is it a question? Are you trying to find evidence that you can use? Because I'll tell you this now, and I will tell you this until the day I die, I am never, ever in my life going to fart on somebody's face. Even if they say, Simon, I'm going to kill your best friend unless you fart in my face, I'll be like, sorry, best friend, you're dead. Number 1, I can guarantee we've all had this. And if you haven't, it's coming soon. You're addicted, and I think you have a problem. Okay, let's say I am. Let's say you're correct. Round of applause. Round of applause for Jimmy Joe over here, who's managed to come up with this. There are far worse things to be addicted to, right? There really, really, really are. Would you rather I was addicted to lifting weights, or would you rather I was addicted to crack? You can choose, Jimmy Joe. You let me know. And also, that's the equivalent of saying to somebody that drinks. I don't mean alcoholism, which is a massively serious issue. I'm not taking that lightly. But it's the equivalent for saying to someone that goes out a couple of days a week and is just enjoying socially some drinks, oh, I think you're addicted to alcohol. That is such a jump. It is such a huge jump. You can go to the gym every day and just enjoy it on a very basic sociable level, if you want to compare it to that, without being obsessed. And yet, I know what it is. It's actually people looking inwards, right? And what they're doing is they're like, well, I don't have that kind of dedication. I know what I'll do. I'll call it obsessed. I'm quite embarrassed about this. It's a stupid idea. I used to have a t-shirt on the back that said obsessed in quote marks. And then it said underneath something like a word used by the lazy to describe the dedicated. And this was when I was super young and just started lifting weights. I would never wear that now because that's an asshole t-shirt to wear. However, there is some logic in that statement in terms of where this idea comes from. But you're obsessed. It's like, well, go sort out other people first and then come and talk to me. Unless it's actually ruining your life, right? And you're actually getting depressed. That's completely different. If it is affecting your mental health, then yes, there's an issue. But I don't know too many people that super get into fitness and do get quote unquote obsessed that actually affects them negatively. If anything, it kickstarts their life into a more positive state and they then go on to do even better things. We'll do a video on that too. Be something called Things the Gym Taught Me About Life. It's a little bit cheesy and hippie trippy, but it absolutely is the case. You can use it as a foundation for everything. Point being, even if I am obsessed, don't worry about it. There you go. 8 insults that people genuinely say to each other, and I'll never be able to understand. Especially when it's bodybuilder to bodybuilder or fitness guy to fitness guy. Don't do that. Support each other. Big them up. Right, like the video, share the video, smash the subscribe button, smash the bell button. Ding, ding, got to do all of that. I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Simon316. I treat it like a shop so you can get some rewards, and it helps me do these videos. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at SimonMiller316. Everything is in that description down there. Check it out. See if you fancy it. I'll see you soon.